Yo, you listening to the Oprah Rose Show with TT and Gigi, and yeah, get it poppin'.
Thoughts. Everything begins with thoughts.
She's a slut, she's a hoe, she's this, she's that.
We say to girls, you can have ambition, but not too much.
It's about people being uncomfortable with women owning their sexuality.
What is the truest, highest vision that you hold for yourself?
I'm a real ass bitch, and I'm gonna get everything that I'm gonna get on my own.
I know for sure. You don't get what you wish for. You get what you believe.
Hi.
What's
Hi,
up?
guys.
What's up?
I'm TT.
I'm Gigi.
And I'm Dee Dee.
And this is episode 168 of the Oprah Rose Show. You guys, obviously we had a very rough and challenging week that I hope we're still not having when this episode is actually released. So, love and light to everybody.
Much love, much light. Sending pleasantries.
Sending pleasantries, something that I don't do. Sending pleasantries to y'all, because Anywho, obviously rate, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Email any of your hotels or questions and comments to the Oprah Rose Show at gmail.com. And then we just wanted to quickly, the people, I think we say it rate, subscribe, and then you never see it. And so really quickly, just shout out to the people that have been subscribing, sexy or commenting, sexy X Black millennial in the city, good tea, one and only Tracy. Shout out to y'all.
Shout out to y'all.
Kayla Love. Okay.
This one, my bad.
Wait, somebody said Gigi on fire. I love this episode as always, but Gigi definitely was on fire today.
Only that day.
Today spelled as Tudayyyy. I gotta start spelling it like that.
That's one only Tracy. Shout out to Tracy. I think this is the Tracy I know that follows us. My good sis.
So just real quick, shout out to y'all. Super excited for today's episode. We have some amazing women with us.
Yay!
We have Kiki and Medina from the Cocktales podcast. Hi, ladies.
Hey, y'all.
I'm so excited. This has been, like I said, a long time coming.
Long time. And can I just say that y'all look so cute? I was like,
they look so freaking good.
So cute. I'm like, shit, I go put on some concealer? Fuck.
A lash?
Well, listen, when it's us doing our show, I don't always look cute, but I didn't want to come on looking like crazy for somebody else's show. We're in your house.
I appreciate that.
It's like when you have company, you show out a little bit.
Clean up
and now we're
bit.
guests, so
I love
some niggas might watch y'all show and might see one of us and be like, "Oh, hook me up."
I mean.
Points were made because I'm like, child, if I take off this hat, my leave out is a mess. It's just, listen, I'm like, so I really do. I appreciate y'all for being so damn cute.
Yes, so cute. I can't wait. I can't wait till y'all see this, see the visuals.
Me either.
Yes.
And look, and for the record, where y'all based? Where y'all live at?
Atlanta.
ATL shouty whistle.
It's not I feel like one, because Atlanta's open.
Very.
It's open. That it'd be like niggas galore. I mean, there's really nowhere that niggas are galore. But what is dating like in Atlanta?
Why don't you go first, Medina? Because you actually have some experiences to share.
Medina be having lives where she get ready for her dates.
Yeah, this is my date.
I can't remember the term I used yesterday when we were recording, Kiki. I said I was, I can't remember what.
A serial dater?
I said I was. I don't know if I said disgustingly dating. I said something. I have been going on so many dates, you guys, that I kind of feel like a robot.
I never heard that.
Me
crazy.
Neither.
It's crazy.
No one in their 30s.
Atlanta is, I think, what the women make it. I've noticed that you have to pay attention when you're in Atlanta. People are always like, how do you meet people? How do you meet people? The niggas are not just gonna always approach you if you're not looking. So when I go to the grocery store, I make sure I don't have my phone on me. I'm really looking around at people. I'm looking them in their eyes. You know, they need
at the grocery store.
I've been meeting them at Whole Foods. Sometimes Kroger, but Whole Foods for real.
I really thought I was the love of my life in Trader Joe's. I used to have this
in the fresh produce. Just hang out in the fresh produce.
You gotta look in the cart and see if they got enough produce and shit. for two.
Yeah. Like I will say dating in Atlanta is hard, but it's also very exciting. Once you get on the kick of it, it's fun. Now you might not hear from him again, but it'd be fun.
Is that the hard part?
Yeah. And then it's like a lot of the men here, a lot of them don't really want a monogamous relationship, and they're typically not very forthcoming about it. So they will just lie, and then you find out not only do they have a wife, but they also have a girlfriend, and then they just want you to get in with the program. And it's like, well, damn, you didn't even give me a choice, because now I'm already all mixed up and I didn't even know. That happens. Or they just they want to have this team. They don't want to commit to anything. They want these transactional relationships without saying that. Like they feel like every time
they want the transactional relationship without making the transaction. But my nigga, you said it, like
they just want everything without giving much. And I also think that because they hear us talking about how hard it is, they really feel like their value is way higher than it is, because they know that there's way more women than men off top. And then it's like Atlanta is the men's oyster. Okay, there's so many options out here. They can get a lot of the things that they want. And it makes them put in minimal effort sometimes. Every now and then you can find a man who's genuinely interested and will put forth some effort. Those are rare. And if you're watching this, please slide in my DMs.
It just should not be that hard. Like I feel like in New York, it's almost like the same thing. And this is obviously pre-COVID, but like
in New York, I feel like New York is a dream dating city.
No, and that's why I'm like, for me, I'm thinking Atlanta is, because in New York, I feel like it's like Peter Pan syndrome. That's what I call it. And none of the men ever want to grow up. And so you want to like, you want to date around, and you want to date this one, you want to date that one. And then, obviously like you could go on a date at 7 and have another chick lined up for like 10 p.m. or something. Like, it's the same thing. Like I feel like where men don't really want to be as monogamous, just because they have so many options and there's so many choices. You can
many options.
Yeah. And then location comes into place in New York too, where I think it's like a uptown, downtown Brooklyn thing, where I feel like Atlanta, everybody drives. So it's not.
But we're still not going to Stone Mountain.
Yeah, I'm not going to Stone Mountain. I'm not going to Douglasville.
What if that's where your man at, sis?
That's not my man. My man is in Atlanta. Okay. You need to be not only in the perimeter, in the city limits. I can't be going way out there unless you want to move me in. And now we
it's crazy. It's crazy you say that,
house.
Gigi, because one of my guy friends was telling me, he was like, you want this relationship, you want to meet a man that's going to take you seriously and really only want to be with you, but you got to move outside of the city for that. He was like, that's where you're going to meet the niggas. And I was like,
that's dusty.
That's New York, I feel like, because I think once you get to even a certain age, like I don't even really think that the like Harlem, Brooklyn stuff, the borough things matter that much anymore. Like at that point, like we technically all had cars in New York, so like it would be nothing. Like if I got
once you get to a certain age group,
it's like when you're riding the train and broke, and it's like I don't want to be on the train at 2 a.m. It matters, but like 30 plus, like, that doesn't even matter. And then there ain't no niggas left. And then LA,
because niggas is not settling down until they 40 plus in New York, and you done already missed all of your fucking timelines, time zones, anything, and then they're skewing younger, so it's like when you hit that like 30 plus age range, and I think in all of these cities it just starts to get hazy, Do
you think that women need to start being more aggressive? Because I see that we're blaming it a lot on the men. Do you think that we have a part to play in it as well?
Probably, because and what I will say is I was having a conversation maybe a few weeks ago with a group of my male friends, right? And they actually almost even brought up Me Too as a reason as to why not to approach women. And it's like, no, and they were all serious. Like, if she wants me, she gotta say something to me. And I'm like, and I told them, I was like, well, I'm a type that I'm gonna look away, and that really means I like you. Like
you said, Me Too, like the Me Too movement.
Yes, like movement. So like anything as far as like being the first person to initiate sex, sometimes even just approaching a woman, they're way more hesitant to do that. So I guess like the women that are seemingly, and this is not all men, obviously, but for some men, they do feel like the woman, I guess, should approach them and be a little bit more aggressive. Where like when I was dating, like I'm not aggressive at all, like when it comes to men. Like I would literally be like, and I'm not a shy person. I'm like, and get like super shook and scared. But I think
I've been trying to kind of break that habit of letting every man I meet, it's someone who was hollering at me. I've been trying to break it because I'm like, I'm not only as good as my options. I mean, as the men that try to talk to me. If I do see somebody, he might want to talk to me too, but maybe he's shy and I just missed my whole husband. I feel like I probably did miss that nigga. So
niggas be shy.
Niggas be shy sometimes too. They might be a little intimidated. So I've been trying to do more of the, hey, I see you looking at me.
But I like that. I do love that because I feel like women, that's a good, cute, flirtatious way of like, as it's not like aggressive, like, hey, what's up? What's going on? What are you drinking? What's happening? Yeah. Right. Like it's not that. It's more like kind of cute and flirty. And although I don't date women, I do understand the asking for consent with things. But I don't think that men should be scared to still approach a woman with the Me Too movement.
Yeah. Because I'm like, if I'm feeling you, if you've already passed step 1, which is to approach me, you get my name, you get my number, and we're on the day. If I'm feeling you, I will get aggressive, and I might be the one that's probably should calm down a little bit before I get moved to, because sometimes when a man is just looking really good, I just can't keep my hands to myself, and
men like that too. Actually,
I'm aggressive.
I love that.
Kiki with that. Like I think all of the last times that I've had sex, I've been the one that has been the aggressor. Like literally, like asking for consent to do things, but it in more so of like a playful, sexual way. But then also just like, all right, let's stop this bullshit. Like you trying to fuck? Because that's where I'm at.
What does asking for consent without words look like?
I was just
oh no, did I say without words? No, I ask, but I ask it in a playful way. So, or a more direct way. Like the last.
Like, do you mind if I touch your dick, kind of thing?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I love it.
How far can I go? Like, what's your, like
a little game.
That is a game.
That sounds like a little game.
How far can I go?
Come on, a little
play that tonight.
Listen, my sex be far and few between, so I be having to make it real spicy when it happens.
I feel you.
Oh my God, I love it. So one of the segments that we always do on the show is the Amber Dashian game. So G, please explain the game.
Yeah, so the Amber Dashian game is it's basically a fantasy celebrity come up dating game. So the concept is you date men solely based on their economic, social, and professional status in the entertainment and sports industry, obviously, because that's how everyone will kind of know. But then also like the goal is really to just like marry into wealth and a permanent like status of wealth. So to give you an example, we'll use Kim Kardashian because she is one of the namesakes of it. Starting off with her first boyfriend, who was Reggie Bush.
Was it Ray J first?
Or excuse me, Ray J. My bad. Ray J. Excuse me, Ray J. Who initially catapulted her into stardom. Obviously, she had the sex tape scandal, but it ended up working in her favor, which you don't necessarily have to have a sex tape scandal, but that was just her lane. Second relationship was Reggie Bush. That was able to paint her in a more serious, likable light. She's someone who can be married. She had this incident with this other gentleman, but she's like a good girl, whatever. And then she goes on and she goes and marries Kanye. We skip Chris.
We skip, that never happened.
But then she marries Kanye. So the rules are the first relationship is your entry point to stardom. The relationship is about 2 to 12 months. So this is a person who will get you on the Shade Room, who is where, we see pictures of you coming outside of Malibu or Nobu Malibu with this gentleman as y'all walk back to y'all Maserati.
Yes.
The second relationship.
Where is this nigga exist? I'm like, hold on.
He's in my mind.
I feel like I'm about to take a real test.
Right, because mind you, my first one was Chris Brown. So Chris is actually getting me that Maserati, Nobu whole thing.
I love Chris. Chris is a great starter.
He was my starter.
because you also ain't marrying Chris. So second relationship shows that you're actually somebody who's wifey material. This is like a 2-year relationship, so it's pretty serious. And then the third one is, who do you marry? Who do you end up with? My end of the day is always Puff. Clear, he's worth $500 million.
Good choice.
He's old at this point. He ain't doing shit. He probably just still get his dick sucked every now and then, but who cares? $500,000 or $1 billion, excuse me, whatever.
So much trauma around him. I was thinking that the other day.
He does.
I know. Happy belated, Puff.
Okay, I think I get it.
Okay, all right. I tried to talk a lot more to give y'all some
time.
Some time.
You want to go first, Kiki?
No, because I'm trying to. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. I was thinking about it earlier because I did read the notes. I think to start off, I'm gonna go with a football player.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Dak Prescott. He plays for the Cowboys. He's a big player for that franchise.
He's cute.
I have been researching him. Oh, let me pretend I didn't say that. So I was, just researching for the show, and I see I haven't seen him really attached to anybody. So that would be great. And we can post lots of Instagram pictures, and we can do the couple thing for a while, and then we'll break up, and I'll move on to like something that I actually want. I don't know what's number 2. Let me think about it.
Okay. That's a good starter. That's a really, really good starter.
Okay, I think that my starter, his name just slipped my mind, but who's the black actor who was in
Oh, bitch, you better not say Jameson Idris, bitch, from Snowfall.
No.
Very specific.
That was so specific, G. We know you watch your Snowfall.
He was in Black Panther, but not Black Panther. He was Black Panther's half brother or his
Oh, I know
cousin.
who you're talking about.
Why am I forgetting?
Oh, Michael B. Jordan.
He's gonna be my starter.
Yeah. Okay.
Michael
That's
B.
a good one too.
I think
That's a good starter.
Yeah,
he would be my starter because I'm not really interested, but I kind of am, and I would probably fuck it up.
But he also isn't attached to anybody. He has never been attached to anybody.
Never.
So
like, there's been rumors, but you just don't know. I don't even know.
Right, you haven't seen it. Right.
Yeah,
that part.
Michael B. Jordan.
Yes, Michael B. Jordan. One. He's my starter.
Don't have a reputation for the black girls, so that's going to be good for you because it's like, see, he does like black girls,
right? And words out of my mouth, like
Essence, Ebony. I see it.
Yeah. We're going to be there, like,
wondering what is it about her, like this black girl. Yeah,
she a freak. You got your number 2, Key?
Yeah. Okay, so I'm still going to do a football player. That's what I like.
Okay.
So this
we
one,
not mad.
Somebody's gonna side eye me. I don't care. He's not single right now. Sorry to Lolo Woods, but I'm gonna have to say Odell Beckham. That's gonna get me lots of talks. People are gonna talk about that because he's a little controversial. But I'm gonna need him to be okay because I saw he didn't hurt himself.
Oh yeah, he tore his ACL.
Yeah, but he's friends with like Drake and stuff. That's probably who Medina.
You okay with shitting on him?
Yep.
Okay, word.
He make enough. He make enough for that.
He makes plenty of money.
Yeah, he make enough to do that.
Whatever you want.
What is your amount? Because again, another last night conversation.
What's my amount to shit on him?
To shit, or for someone to shit on you also.
Oh, on me? I don't know. So now that's different.
That's a little different.
If I'm pooping on you, that's real. I mean, just make me an offer. I can do it.
When you say poop, it just makes it sound even worse. I'm pooping on you.
Somebody to do it on me, I don't know, because you don't know how it's gonna come out until it comes out. Like, you thinking you're gonna get some turds, like the Mr. Hanky the Christmas poo, and it's just raining. Flint water
splatter. We all know that splatter when you just have to get a shower. You're like, you know what?
Oh my God.
And you just want to cry in the shower.
100,000
wet wipes ain't working. You just gotta go get in the shower.
You have like 1,000 wipes. You're like, it's still shitty in my asshole.
And I'm gonna be like, hit what? Did my Cash App hit? Let me look at my Cash App while I'm like
$100,000.
I'm gonna need a wire because I'm gonna need it to be more than what you can do on Cash App. Yeah. But Cash App got the limits. I'm gonna need a wire.
What's the limit on Cash App? I didn't know that.
$2,000 a day, I think.
Really?
It's like $2,500, but if you use it enough, you can get it up more. And if you switch it over to a business account, you can get it up even higher.
Thank you, OnlyFans. Okay.
Look, I had no idea.
I didn't know either. I guess we ain't been maxing out.
We have not.
And then that way, when the niggas are like, I was gonna send you some money on Cash App, but we gotta wait till Monday so I can call back. No, we don't.
No, we don't.
Much higher. Go ahead.
And even if I like, yeah, that's rude. Okay, my number 2, I'm still keeping it with an actor also, because I just feel like they're the most faithful ones. I'm gonna switch races a little bit, guys.
Good.
I'm gonna go with Ryan Gosling.
Oh,
that's Bae. And I think that we would have a strong relationship. We would be very in love, and everyone would be like, whoa, that would be another one. He's with a black girl. And I would have my braids and everything, sometimes my curly hair. And I feel like we would be very in love, but he would break my heart.
Why do you think he's gonna break your heart?
Because I would be wanting
my
the
birthday
Notebook
twin.
love.
I had to double check, but yes, he's my birthday twin. Yeah, shout out to Ryan.
Yeah. We would be on the verge of marriage, and then our breakup would happen, and then everyone would be like, I wonder what happened with him and Medina. No one would ever really know, but really, y'all don't know he ain't shit for real.
Right. Because he was method acting, and it got to be too much.
Right. You thought you was getting the Notebook, and you got fucking the Spiral.
The Place Beyond the Pines. I'm like, shit.
Getting fear.
You got the binder.
Wow.
Scream 5.
Scream 5.
He was really tragic though in The Place Beyond the Pines. Like he was like the hip. It was actually his wife. That's where they met on that show. Oh my God, what is his wife's name? The one with the little mole. The one.
The Spanish lady.
Oh yes, he is married to her.
He is married to her. She was in the Will Smith movie.
Yeah.
I can't think of it now, but
Hitch.
Eva Mendes?
Yes.
Eva Mendes.
Eva Mendes, yes.
He is married to Eva Mendes.
And I ain't seen her since.
Right. She went and got with that fine ass man and was like, I'm straight.
They have 2 or 3 kids together. You ain't heard a peep from either.
Oh yeah, I definitely haven't.
Nope.
All right.
Goals.
Okay, so I'm gonna finish it out with somebody who's too young for me, so we can keep the people talking. And I'm just gonna stay in the same lane. I'm gonna go with Kansas City Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes.
Oh.
He's real young. He like 23, 22.
I gotta look him up. Patrick Mahomes.
Yes. He was in the Super Bowl. And
was he the most played player last year?
I don't know, but I know he was the most paid or the most played.
Paid as in money.
Yes, he signed a 10-year, $450 million contract. So
yeah, he's the most paid player on NFL.
I can just see the diamonds now.
How old is he?
25.
He's legal.
Yeah.
He's young.
He's 25.
Young. He a mellow yellow too.
He can learn a lot from me. I'm an older woman. I can teach him things. I can make him learn.
Are you okay with being cheated on?
Oh.
I mean, we'll have a clause in our deal. I mean, our come
on, deal.
And we'll work all of that out. I think that I wouldn't call it cheating. I would just say I understand that we both have needs, and so sometimes we can't meet those needs, and it's okay for you to get it from somebody else. Just get those needs. Don't be bringing nothing extra back. Nothing.
That's fair.
No babies, no diseases, no infections.
And no holidays.
Yeah, holidays. No
holidays.
And they can't work here. So it can't be nobody that's cleaning the house.
The nanny.
Nanny. He ain't got no kids.
Wait.
Dog sitter.
What about would there be a clause about finances, like you can only spend X amount of
like my
money
allowance?
on this? No, on these bitches. Like, don't be tapping out on our joint account $100,000 for this bitch because she whatever. Like,
honestly, I've never thought about that. Yeah, I should work on that. I'll have to have my attorneys look that over.
Gifts are maxed out at $5,000.
Oh, that's nice. Still, the bitch better be happy.
It's very nice, but she can't wear certain things. She can't ever think she me.
Yeah.
I mean, she can wear what she wants. It'll never be hers in the eyes of the Lord, okay? And I will get real demure and real Christian-like, and I can get real nice, nasty with her should some things can't be embarrassed me. I mean, there will be lots of things, but whatever. I'm probably not even gonna be thinking about that. I'm still gonna be fucking who I want to be fucking. And I'm gonna be shopping. I'm gonna be going places and traveling the world, and I'm be like, oh yeah, I do have a husband. Let me check in. Hey baby, how you been doing? All right.
How's the game?
Are you playing your video games?
Did y'all win?
Did you work out? Did y'all work out? Mm-hmm. All right.
Did y'all
See
win?
you later.
Okay, so my closeout man, I'm taking him off the market, guys. And I really do feel like in my heart, I have set my intentions every morning and every night. I meditate about it and I'm looking y'all in your eyes because this will happen. Aubrey Graham.
Girl, we about to fight. That's my end of the day. Let's go. Let's go.
Moving to Canada. I'm gonna learn French. Yeah.
Medina love the Scorpios.
Are they all Scorpios?
I don't know. No, my
Well,
baby
two of them
Jordan
were.
is an Aquarius, I think. But
Okay.
but
My
Ryan
ex was a
Gosling and Drake
Scorpio.
are both Scorpios.
Yeah, I love it. I could see Drake as that too.
And we're going to have a gorgeous wedding and it's not going to be like publicized. It's going to be very private, very like Parisian. It's going to be on New Year's Eve.
Oh, that's
baby. If you hear this, I love you.
I'm excited about this Hermes collection you gonna be getting. I know we're not supposed to be saying that word, but we know that he is already collected a lot of bags for his wife to be. So I can't wait to see you rocking them.
I can't wait either.
Yeah.
I'm gonna steal them from her.
I'll fight you.
It's giving a stick up. I need the bags of the money. You see the mask, where the money.
Where's the money? That's a fun little game. I like that.
Yeah. Hey, so
Glad y'all
TT and
enjoy
Gigi, did y'all's change at all?
Mine changes every week. I never remember what mine is. Literally changes every week. Like mine would be like, from Snowfall, like Idris could easily be like the second. I mean, my first, I think my first was always like John Wall or something like that, like a basketball player.
Yeah.
And then, no, maybe like Kyrie Irving, because he tried to get all political and tried to sit the season out and actually stand for something. I kind of like that.
Y'all like these athletes.
I love a good athlete.
I feel like that's guaranteed heart crush, heart blender, not even heartbreak.
First, because I'm going to be so devastated. And then I'm just going to like get my whole life together and I'm just going to glow up on you even more with the second niggas. So, because that's like guaranteed heart.
Sadly, I feel like I'm numb to it.
Oh, that is sad.
Which is so sad.
It is, but it's just like, I mean, I feel like they do it and they talk about it more, but a lot of these men do it. Broke ones do it. Ones who and then being
I feel like I should be numb to it, but I also feel like when God was making me, my heart isn't a heart, it's gauze.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
But it's like people travel for work. Like there are guys with regular careers who travel a lot. I dated this guy. He was an engineer. He was gone a lot. Like he would be gone for weeks and months at a time. And that's just what his job did. It's the same as athlete. And he was making a shit ton of money. He could be fucking girls all over the place too. So I can't worry about that. Okay. You just can't. If they want to do it, they're going to do it. And just hopefully they don't want to. I also wouldn't mind a retired athlete. Like all jokes aside, at this point, I think I prefer the retired ones, not the ones that are currently playing. Because then they
the ones who made smart investments.
But their glory days are over. It's a little bit harder for them to get some girls.
I know some retired athletes that is out here smashing and slanging.
I think that overall, a lot of them, it just slows down for them, especially retired football players. Because
they aren't on the road every week.
They're not on the road every week. They're probably hurt. They're probably a little bit crazy, from playing for so long. They had to slow it down. And
I forgot you like football. I'm thinking about basketball.
Yeah, I'm thinking about football. And then it's like there's constantly new football players coming. First of all, there's so many on a team to begin with. Yeah. And then you get a new wave every year. Basketball, those people get to be stars. There's fewer of them on a team. They get to be stars. You can really see their face. We don't see that. We see the shoulders and the neck and
they
assume.
don't really get chubby unless they're shy.
It's a little different. But yeah,
I feel like
my basketball.
Right. They still like men with egos and seemingly access that, you know, you could be like 65 for a man and there's still going to be somebody like some woman.
And when men get older, they're fine. They get finer.
Yeah, that are still going to like, you know, like you said, I think it's just, you kind of have to be like, oh, I just hope you don't, like, basically. And that's for the, that's for the, like you said, the broke ones, the rich ones, like
the regular ones.
The broke niggas are the worst. You, what's your broke ass? And you really are here
the
cheating.
nerve of you. You can't even afford multiple bitches, but you gon' no.
Dante, you be like,
and the
barely
fact that
afford
men
me.
Understand that to me is so insane. It's like, no, if I were to be cheated on by a broke nigga, no, I would.
Has that never happened to you?
It's worse.
That I know of. No, I have never been cheated on that I know of.
I have been cheated on by a nigga that didn't even have a home, and I was like,
he was homeless.
Are you taking him?
There. But to that point, it's like men will always have right.
Oh wow, that was a drop.
That story.
You are homeless or you live, you know, at home or whatever, and there are still women that will want you. So even when, you know, I think we've talked about that whole, and this conversation gets so fucking old on Twitter of like a man is only
as good as his option, as faithful as his options.
No, not even that one. The one about money. A man is only, actually just saw like a tweet about it yesterday too. But a man is only is like good for what he can do, what he can provide financially, or something like that. I'm like, while that may sound all great and gravy, it's mad single bitches out here trying to figure it out, and like men that have nothing can still date. And I don't even know what you're dating.
And still be in a relationship. Yeah.
You can still do all types of things. Yeah, women, we've
talked about this on the show before. Broke niggas have the best dick.
And that.
I also know that a lot of women, especially as women get older and they want to have kids, if that's what's in the car or that's what they want to be in the cars for them, they start it's less about what the man has, and it's more about what do you look like? Are my kids gonna be cute? Can you at least clean up around the house? I got it. I make plenty of money. I'll take care of you. I know so many guys, specifically ones that I work with, and they have told me like at first I thought they were lying, but then I started to see they're not even lying to me. These women out here, another reason that it's hard today, there's a lot of women who are willing to take care of these men. You don't have to do anything. You just need to be there, be available. Of course, they can plan a date. She's going to pay for it. They just need to get on the internet and do a couple of quick Googles or something and go places.
Nauseous. This is really making me sick.
But I know a lot of women who do that. And I'm just like, wow, they trick off. They buy great gifts. They want them to move in because they want that man there. And it's like, if the only thing that's holding me back is finding a man who makes just as much money as me or more, I can X that out. And it opens up so many different men. And then the men are like, well, it's not that many women who are willing to take care of me and do the things that the women say they want. Let me try it out and see how it feels. And then they realize why we want that, because it feels good to be taken care of.
Feels good. When the nigga just wants to send you money like randomly throughout the day and you're like, oh, babe.
You just hear the coins trickling down from Cash App. Yeah. Get a text message from Zelle. You just received a deposit.
You guys, the other day I met this man and I was literally like only in Atlanta. Like niggas think this is a lie, but it's not a lie.
I was like, were you in Whole Foods?
I was Whole Foods. I was leaving my building and there was this dude coming here probably to visit another bitch. He was like, can I get your phone number? And he was funny and we kind of talked a little bit. I gave him my number. He instantly texted me what we all dream of. He was like, what size shoe do you wear and how much does it cost to get your hair done? And I sent him all of the information thinking that he was, you know how niggas be saying shit and don't nobody do nothing?
Yeah.
I was satisfied with the gifts. I didn't even know him. I didn't even know him.
Medina.
What? It was real. I can honestly say nothing like that has ever happened to me. I saw him again a couple days ago and he was like, where are you going? I was like, I'm going to get my car washed. I still have never been on a date with this man. He hands me $200. I was like, what are you doing? He's like, car wash.
Okay. So Medina, in your defense, I used to get all the money from niggas in Atlanta too when I lived there, when I was a collegiate student. But I did meet this one nigga my senior year. And I think I went out with him one time and he gave me $1,500 the first time I went out with him. And then the last time I saw him, I didn't even like go out on a date with him, he gave me another $1,000 so that I could go on spring break. And that was it. And then I never saw him again. Never heard from him again.
That's the same thing that happened with this dude. And I don't want to be that thirsty bitch texting him like, hey, it's time for me to get my hair done again. Where you at?
Remember that time
my braids is getting loose.
I look remember when the guy DM'd us, Medina, and he cashed out both of us $1,000.
And
it was just
crazy.
Random. Now we didn't think he was a real guy, so we were like, well, whatever. And then we heard the cha-ching, but then was like, did you get a cash app? I said,
Bitch.
I
well,
did.
First
I didn't know where it came
1,000, and I said,
Yeah,
I hope
to
you don't
you.
think I'm sharing this. You need to send my co-host one too. He sent Kiki one, and we were like,
well, all right then.
I love this. So, guys, if you are listening to this episode of this show, hi. The ladies are gonna put their Cash App in the description.
I ain't never heard a motherfucking ching ching since Cash App started. Like, what?
You know what?
And it's like, that's a great way to get a woman's attention, guys.
Really
if you're
is not
listening
to
for
sound
tips,
like a prostitute, but it just shows that you care,
or that
We
if you say
all
you're gonna
need
do
help
something,
right
you're gonna
now.
do it. Mm-hmm.
Facts.
This is sounding like, well, this isn't really sounding like, but there was a Clubhouse group where it was like how to get money off niggas in Atlanta. Like, I was just like, is this a real group?
This is honest.
That shit was hilarious.
This is why I asked that. This is what I imagine Atlanta to be like, walking outside of your apartment. See, my stupid ass would walk out. I told you, no concealer, no nothing, and then be like, I'm not experiencing Cash Apps going into my phone. And that was the thing. I feel like also you got to look the part, right? You got to go to the supermarket and you like literally that you got to go to the mall and you have to like look the part. I'd be like,
but what does look the part mean to you? Because I can honestly say I don't be looking the part. I don't have a big old fake booty. I don't like have weave down in my booty hole. I'm not always in heels. Like sometimes it be when I don't have any makeup on and I have hat on.
And clean.
It depends on like what
Some bitches be looking dirty. It just is what it is. Some people be looking dirty. Like they went to the club 2 days ago, ain't made it home because they don't have a home and they're just living out of their Fashion Nova shipment bag.
Oh my God.
And
come on, Fashion Nova shipment.
But that's what I be telling bitches. You gotta pay attention. Put your motherfucking phone down. And when you are out in this world, you need to be making eye contact with people. I mean, not only for safety do you need to be observant, but also for the cha-ching on Cash App, you need to just be making eye contact with niggas.
Yeah.
Look, I see Gigi peeping game. Look, she over there like,
I really am over here because you know LA is white. So even though I live in the black area of Los Angeles, I've never seen so many Mercedes Benz on Slauson in my goddamn life. There's so many. I was like, everybody fucking sell drugs here. Like, what the hell? But I do. It's just funny because like I'm not really dating, so I'm not even like looking for the advance, but I'm thinking about all of those times hearing you speak, Medina, like, damn, I could have met mad niggas at the goddamn Whole Foods in Marina Del Rey. And I wasn't even peeping.
We be on our phones.
But
and
also because, I don't really see any quote unquote black men in there. So I don't think to look for it, But it would probably have to be different for me. But either way, I would have to be more observant.
It's so, it's like, it's just so white, like, and I feel like the men even
y'all don't like a little swirl.
I'm here for a swirl.
Like, listen,
I'm here for it. That's
said
my
it
next
earlier.
relationship. Unless it's Lena Waithe, but that's my next relationship.
Not unless it's Lena Waithe. I forgot you've been shooting your shot at her.
she is shooting her shot at Lena. Lena, if you're listening, girl, my sis.
You my opposite. We just
I mean, you see all these Mercedes. It's giving C class, S class, a lot of class. You need to be like Medina said, put that phone down and be looking, making eye contact.
Another place that I like to go, I don't really go nowhere now, but when I used to be going places, go to like a liquor store or a wine shop, but a nice one. Not the one that's got bars on the windows and stuff, but a really nice one with a wide selection. Preferably,
like Total Wine?
Like Total Wine is cool, but if you can find one that's like a boutique shop, because they have like repeat clients who are constantly coming in there and things like that, and check and see if they have a humidor. That's a good one because then they got the cigars. Rich niggas love cigars. I don't know why, because the shit's is funky.
Yeah,
but
right.
they love them. So go back there. They know you
I
don't know
a little
what's
bit
going
about
on.
cigars. I know a little bit.
So play dumb. Or just, be like, I want to try something new. Like, I've tried this before. I've tried this kind before. I liked it. I didn't like it, whatever. And they love to know everything. Men love just knowing stuff. So when you're in there with the cigars, they can kind of teach you something and you can have a little flirtation. I've done that. But you can't stay in there too long because it's going to make your hair stink. Then also the nice liquor stores with a good selection of wine. If the man is in there shopping and like really looking around and getting stuff, or the people at the store know him, he has expensive taste. That's a good sign. He's not buying barefoot. He's buying the good stuff. And she probably can't pronounce.
I wouldn't even
Go down the bourbon aisle. You want to look at the bourbons, the really manly drinks. Order a manly drink when you're sitting at a nice steakhouse at the bar. It's a great conversation.
Well, we not open, but yeah.
I was just going to say, because everything Kiki is saying, I'm like, this is very Atlanta.
Can y'all in Atlanta? Well, these are the things I used to do. I don't really go nowhere. Y'all can't go to
one
store?
person. Like my liquor store is one person.
I do 3. The ones around my way is like 3 people at a time, and you not hanging out. Like, it's like, so what do you want?
Yeah, it's hard.
But you know where else?
Just write it down and remember.
These are still really, really good points. And
They
even in
are.
that chat room and that on Clubhouse, they was like, if you could take like golf lessons at the golf course.
I was just about to say.
That's what I want to do.
Tiara's mom
for lunch.
Right.
T's mom
My
been
mother's
saying that.
My mother has
for
been
years.
Like, y'all need to go to the golf course and what is it called? The 18th or 19th hole or something like that. Like you said, where you have like the drinks and stuff like that. She's like, that's what
I literally went to a golf course today for lunch, and we were already a hot commodity because it was like a variety pack of Black girls. So they were already like, are you here? Are you taking lessons? No, we're here for the restaurant. The chef came out. The bartender came out. We was like, where are the golfers?
Right, exactly.
I might have to go to the Trump course because that's the one popping up.
That's okay. It's LA. My friends have played golf in LA. It's way too many courses out there that you do not need to go.
But I hear the one in Orange County is the lit one, and that's where
Palm Springs has a lot, obviously, too. Like King, like all of those properties and all.
Oh
that.
yeah.
No, it's a lot there. Like a lot. Not no damn Trump. I'm like, no.
Do you
absolutely.
think niggas do this? Like we sound like we're
Hell
really
no.
like hunting. We're hunting. We're like, okay,
we are
so
hunting
in this area. Do you think men do this? They're like, okay, if you walk past the braiding shop.
I think they do it a little bit. Like they want to know the spots where the girls are that aren't already on date. Where's the restaurant with all the hoes at?
The bitch is gonna be in there.
Okay,
it's true. Like where the hoes at? I guess
where the hoes at?
I feel like
No, they
but
do
it's
that.
not as extensive and strategic.
Yeah.
Like we literally
They're not
have a
gonna think that
strategy
much.
and
Like,
tactic.
if you ever see me in a cigar bar, I am looking for my husband. Nothing else.
That's it. I don't like cigar. I used to go out and like I would, let's say if it was like I really didn't feel like being out, I'd be like, ain't no niggas here, I'm out. And it's like, well, why? Because there's no niggas here. Like I specifically came out to hunt. It's not happening. I'm going home.
Right, but I think men do that too, where it's kind of like I think men come from a perspective like who all gonna be there. Like it's literally like I don't.
It's just gonna be a bunch of niggas.
Right, look that, and I think is the bitches there? Not to call y'all bitches, but literally like that's what men say, and so I think it's more of like that, where it's like I'm not coming unless they won't be there.
Then they want to see somebody's Instagram. Then they want to go look at that girl's Instagram. Well, my homegirl such and such is coming, and she gonna bring her friends. But let me see what her friends look like. And they're gonna. That's the investigation they'll do.
The new wave of like when somebody hollers at you, they ask for your Instagram instead of your phone number. Are y'all with it or not?
Like it.
Yeah, I don't like it because
so
that's where the texting is via Instagram DMs, and I'm like, I'm over this. Just text me, send me a voice note. Like,
oh, I hate voice notes.
You hate voice notes?
I love voice notes.
And I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to get back to you for 30 damn minutes. Because I can't hear it because I'm on the phone or I'm doing something. So it's like I gotta wait.
Oh, okay.
And I always feel like they're urgent
note.
when I see a voice note. And it's like I'm trying to rush.
Oh, I don't think of it as urgent because they would have called. Like that's my thing. Like if it was urgent, you would have called me instead of sending a voice note. I can take 15, 30 minutes. Because sometimes I sent a 4-minute voice note today, but like I didn't feel like being on the phone, and then 2. I just
4
needed
minutes?
to say it without. I had a lot to say.
when I tell you, I would have got to 61 seconds and I would have like, oh, I don't have time for this. Like that
Had a lot to say.
I do have a love-hate relationship with them. Mine is like, if I'm in the moment, I use them. But like you said, like if you're outside and walking, it's like, I can't really pay that much attention to them. And then if you miss it and then the shit disappeared, like 4 minutes is so OD. If you don't pick up the phone and call someone.
I don't be feeling like picking up the phone sometimes.
Oh my God, I get it. But that's OD. There should be a limit.
There should be. I didn't know you could make one that long.
I don't think
I recorded a whole song.
No, like it was literally one of my friends that was asking for like, it was like a career question. And I was like, all right, I have like 5 minutes right now. So let me just like say all of this. And like, now I'm going to go to a meeting.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
Yeah, like it was all advice for 4 minutes.
Okay, let's switch gears a little bit. So we have a section where we talk about hotels, where, you know, at one point it was me and T having them, and then we got a little washed. I got pregnant, and then, you know, bitches got in relationships and unrelationships, and, you know, and so then we were leaving it up to our listeners to write in their hotels and fun sex stories. And since y'all are the Cocktales podcast, we know that y'all have some pretty fun stories to tell. So we would like to hear at least one fun sexual story you have that you'd be willing to share.
You got one, Kiki?
I was trying to think of something new that I haven't.
I'm trying to think of something that's not embarrassing. Is it okay if it's an embarrassing one? A lot of mine.
Yeah, of course. Like, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, I know which one I'm gonna tell. Let me get off my live so they don't hear this shit. So there was this guy I was fucking with. He's dead now. Rest in peace. I used
that was heavy.
That's how we start in the story, my lord.
He lived a good life. He was part of my wild days. I used to be wild. So I've always liked creepy older men. Well, let me not say always. I used to really like creepy older men. Now I like established older men. He was established. He was kind of creepy, but he was a lot of fun to hang out with. So we used to always hang out. We would go. I was in college. He would like help me with stuff, take me to get my nails done, keep me cute, basically. He was a creep. So one day I would never have sex with him, but I would be sexual with him, if that makes sense. Never sucked his dick, really. You know, when you're dealing with like old niggas and you know like what you can get away with and what you can't.
Like, yeah, like let me just jerk your dick in the car while you drive.
Yeah, you know it's okay. But there be some things where you're like, I know I'm gonna have to fuck him. Even though that sounds so bad, it just be like that.
It is what it is. Yeah.
With him, let's call him Mr. Johnson. With Mr. Johnson, it was like, I just knew I could do the bare minimum. So he always wanted to fuck me, but I wouldn't let him. So one night he's like, he wanted to like munch on my booty hole. And I was so scared to let him munch on my booty hole because I think I had like a yeast infection or something. So I was like doing the cream, like inserting the yeah. So I was like, well, if he just wants to eat my booty hole, he's not going to taste it because it's not in my booty hole. So I'm like, okay, cool. He had a bidet. So I went over to the bidet. I like rinsed my booty hole out. And then I lay on the bed and he had a vibrator and he's like playing with my booty hole. And my booty started getting juicy. And this was the first time I experienced like my booty getting wet. So like my booty's getting wet. It feels really good. I'm like, Mr. Johnson, I actually like this. So this nigga like spreads my booty and I'm laying on the bed on my back with my legs spread. And I'm like, I hope he can't see the white cream. He didn't see the white cream, but that nigga tasted it. Apparently it dripped down my booty hole. And he stops and he was like, tell me what you have right now. That's all he said. What do you have? What do you have? And he was like, is it contagious? I was like, I have a yeast infection. I'm sorry. I didn't want to tell you because I was embarrassed.
Oh my
God.
I was so fucking embarrassed. But he was like, okay, it's just a yeast infection. He thought I had like a disease or like a STD or something. He was terrified. I was like, I promise you it's just a yeast infection. I can show you the prescription. I didn't want to tell you because I was terrified. I didn't know it was going to drip into my booty hole.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I don't even know what to say.
I'm like, oh my
That's
God.
a great fucking story.
Yeah.
Amazing.
But at least you found out that you feel pleasure from your butt. So
Yeah.
that's a discovery.
With Mr. I'm still dead at
Mr. Johnson.
Did you call him Mr. whatever his name was?
No, I called him by his first
That
real
makes
name.
it funny.
And he was tearing my booty hole up. I didn't want him to stop.
Oh my God. How old was he?
He had to have been like 52.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Said, what do you have? Tell me right now.
He was like, what do you have?
I've been through this before.
Yeah. Yo, literally, I've been down this road.
I already know. Oh my gosh.
That's a good one.
Sorry that happened to you, girl.
It's okay.
Okay, so I have a friend who I have had lots and lots of sex with, and I've had a lot of embarrassing moments. Like one time we were fucking after this wedding and my wig was slipping and it just came off. And I had like the Gots to Be Glued gel was like caked up around my face, and then I had the wig cap on, and he was like, I don't give a fuck about none of this shit. He ripped it all off and was like, let's go. But then I had a flight in the morning, so I looked so fucking crazy at the airport the next day. And then I ran into this guy who I had just ended things with. Well, he ended things with me like not that long ago, and that was the first time I saw him, and I just looked like shit. So I was trying to pull the hat down further. I look like a scarecrow. But anyway, the next time, well, not the next time, but a few times later that I fucked the same guy who snatched my wig off. We've been talking about
that wig snacker.
Yeah, so we have been talking about having a threesome. So I was like, okay, this is somebody who's out of town. I don't want to be in charge of finding this third person. I think that you should do it. So it turns out there's another girl who he has a similar situation with, just like me. Like they've just been friends for a long time and they have sex when they want to. So I go to his house. I'm visiting one time when I'm in the same city as him. So I'm going over there to visit. I was at dinner with some girlfriends. He sends me a video. And it's this other girl, sucking his dick. And she's like, Kiara, where you at? And I was like, oh. Well, I'm on the way. So sorry, girls. I gotta go. I got some shit that's about to pop off. So I leave. I leave the dinner. Whoa. Peace out. Got an Uber. I'm on the way. So I get there. We have some drinks. We had this wonderful threesome. It was amazing. We had showered together. Everybody was just so beautiful and so nasty. It was just a great experience. So then we finished. We're all taking a nap. We're all laid up in the bed like pretzel pieces. Then we wake up and we start fucking again. And then we're talking. I find out this girl is married. The other girl. She's married. Her husband is in prison. He knows that she's fucking this guy. And sometimes she calls him when he gets his prison calls and lets him listen. I was like, wow.
I mean, what can you do? That's love.
That is love.
Right? And I was like, this is the most interesting group of people for a threesome that I've ever had. Wow. So I was all in her business. I was like, you want to come on Cocktales?
What'd she say?
Right.
So she was like, I'll hit you up if I'm in Atlanta. This is pre-COVID. So I don't know. Maybe I should call her. I don't know. I'll probably see her in a couple weeks. But yeah, we had... I'll eat that.
I love it. I mean, she sounds
that thing back. That's awesome.
She sounded like she was with the shits. Like, I love it.
Oh, she definitely was, and he was too. And at first, I was like, because I brought it up to him initially, and at first I was like, well, maybe he doesn't really want to have a threesome. I just assume every man does. Maybe I'm tripping, but because it never happened. But then he made it happen, and I was like, oh.
I mean, it's the video for me.
Yeah,
it's the video.
I just go back and watch it.
That's a good way to start off a threesome.
Absolutely.
The bitch is literally inviting you. She's like, hey, where you at?
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute now. I'm on my way. Let me check out, y'all.
I have so many questions.
Can I get my check?
I have so many questions about like how long is the husband locked up for? And how many?
I don't know. He had drug charges or something. I don't know how long he's locked up for, but it's a while.
And does he still want to listen when he gets home?
He might want to join.
He might want to join. I don't know. I wanted to know what he looked like. And I wanted to know if he talks about fucking men in prison.
Right. That's a good question.
Oh.
Maybe we should have him on the show.
No, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, right. I have questions about the husband because it's like, you know, somebody doing a long bid, like, not that it's understood and not that everybody's doing that, but like if you have that understanding that you can sleep with other people, that's not that crazy. But to listen in on it, that's
he likes
it. That's spicy.
I was like, do you ever like, I'm sure he has a cell phone in there. Do you ever like take pictures or record videos and send it? And so she said no. She was like, I do it by myself, not with him, not with the guy. Okay. She was like, I'll send stuff just of me, but not the both of us. He doesn't want to see the both of us, but he likes to listen.
There were boundaries with this. Okay, with this relationship.
Yeah. Wow.
I know.
Those are some amazing stories.
They both are.
Wow.
I haven't lived enough.
I live a little.
I live a little.
Like, I still haven't had a threesome, and I would love to have one. So
what you waiting on?
Yeah, you should have one, G.
Why haven't you?
I should absolutely have one. I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
The opportunity hasn't.
Yeah, it just
you
hasn't.
Gotta make it happen.
Yeah, I would have to do a lot of work for it. Well, not a lot. I would have to do some work for it, and I just haven't done that yet. I guess that's really what it is. I think I was more like, this should just fall in my lap. Like,
I know
like,
this.
Why I ain't getting no FaceTime or video talking about, come on, Gigi, where you at?
When I started talking about wanting to have a threesome a lot, just bringing it up in random conversations, it did end up just happening because I just kept putting it out there.
Come on, universe, and put stuff.
Come on.
Yeah, you got to sometime.
Yes, I love it.
And on back. Yes. A good threesome. It's been a while since I've had one.
It's been years since I've had a threesome.
I had a couple in quarantine, but that's a whole nother story.
Well, you know, Atlanta is open child, so we're quarantined.
Well, I'm about to start talking too much. I haven't had much wine lately, and I've been drinking.
Mind you,
water.
My glass is finished.
Mine is finished too.
But I love how Kiki, you started off. You're like, I don't go nowhere. I don't be doing that.
Right.
Right. I was in the house. They came to me.
She said, I ain't left my house.
What I said still stands. I ain't left my house.
Okay.
Oh, I love. Okay. So what would you tell your younger self? Both of y'all individually.
I would tell my younger self, don't listen to the people when they say you have time. You do not have time. Get the shit done now. That's exactly what I would tell my younger self.
Don't be afraid to have a little fun. You have time to have fun. I feel like I have always felt like I didn't have time, and I think I spent way too much time stressing out and worrying about things that didn't even matter. So just have a little fun, live a little. It's okay. You don't have to take everything so serious.
What's y'all signs?
I'm a Libra.
I'm a Virgo.
Libra, a Virgo. Okay, that's what that's what made me. That Virgo was coming out. Like, girl, what's your sign? Okay. Bettina, you being a Libra absolutely makes sense. Yes. Yes. Okay, and what do you know for sure?
What do we know for sure? I know for sure that I am very kind and I have a lot of love to give the people.
Well, you said you had a gauze heart, so I really believe
yes.
You. Like a heart made of gauze. Like that is like super light. Like I love it.
I know for sure that if there's something that I want in this world and I really, really want it, I'm going to do whatever it takes to make it happen, no matter how long it takes. I just really stick to things that I really, really want. Sometimes to my detriment, because it's like, bitch, give it up. You've been working on this for too long. You're focused on this thing, but I set my mind on something and I work at it until I make it happen.
Come on, Tina.
That's beautiful. Right. That is beautiful.
I love that. So we end the show with a quote. Sometimes they are inspirational, sometimes they're not. This one is not.
Thank God.
And it's tough being a nigga first bad bitch.
Say it again.
It's tough being a nigga first bad bitch.
Okay.
That is a very hard job.
Yeah, I'm like, it really is. Like, it truly, truly is. And that is the quote of the day.
Mm.
That is it. Although, Atlanta, I'm like,
let me write that down.
I'm about to tweet it.
Right?
It's tough being a nigga's first.
It's tough being a nigga's first bad.
Nah, you don't want to be the first bad bitch.
My notepad.
I don't know. You might. That depends, because let's say if the first bad bitch like did him super wrong, right? Or to his head, in his head did him wrong, and now he gonna treat every other bad bitch like the same way that she did him. I don't know. I think I'd rather be the first. I want to set the precedent, set the tone, and then I don't give a fuck what you do after that, because I set the tone.
Until that nigga will not leave you alone.
Yeah, that is true. But that's why it's tough being a nigga first bad bitch. Why? That is why. That comeback.
Word, that comeback, that snapback.
Yeah, that is absolutely why. Where can everybody find your podcast?
Anywhere, pretty much. YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, SoundCloud, Google Play, yes. And we have an Instagram. It's at Cocktales Podcast. When you're spelling cocktails, it's COCKTALES podcast. We're on Twitter at Cocktales ATL. And then I'm at Kiki Said So on everything.
And then I am at Coffee Bean Dean on Instagram, and on Twitter. I don't really tweet a lot. I'm Medina_Monroe. Follow me.
Yay.
Love.
This was so much fun. Thank you, ladies, so much.
Thank y'all for having us.
Thank you. I had such a good time.
Me too.
Yes. Thank y'all for coming on. Look, well, I know you probably got a date to get ready, right?
Don't. I'm going to make a late dinner. That's what I'm about to do.
That's what she says. And then she about to find herself walking outside to a cash out.
Right.
Exactly. I'm gonna be like, I wish. I'm like, I need my new fucking braids. I need those Prada boots that are on back order, and until February. Like, I know like when you said that, and I was like, I need $18.50 right now. I would have told him, shit.
And I'm a size 6.
Yeah, I'm like, it's winter, a 6.5, so I can wear a thick sock, nigga. What?
When does this episode come out?
Next
Wednesday.
Today, Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday.
Next Wednesday.
Or, yes, coming up. Yes.
Thank you guys so much for coming.
Yes, thank y'all.
Thank you for having us. Bye, y'all.
Bye, guys.
Yo, you listening to the Oprah Rose Show with TT and Gigi, and get it poppin'.
Thoughts. Everything begins with thoughts.
She's a slut, she's a hoe, she's this, she's that.
We say to girls, you can have ambition, but not too much.
It's about people being uncomfortable with women owning their sexuality.
What is the truest, highest vision that you hold for yourself?
I'm a real ass bitch, and I'm gonna get everything that I'm gonna get on my own.
I know for sure. You don't get what you wish for. You get what you believe.